Hello everybody. So today I wanted to go over a few tips on how I take care of my fish and how I do things with my fish. If you can see, we actually just cleaned this tank really well. The plants look good. The fish are happy and excited because they're cleaned up. A lot of people on my Instagram that follow me, I'm hoping that they watch this. If you're new to hello. They always ask me questions about, oh, my fish are beautiful, your fish look healthy, my fish look, where do you get your fish, what do you feed them, what do you do to take care of them? So I thought I'll make a video and kind of break it all down and week to week show you guys different ways of how I do things and how we pick things. So everyone asks me how I get my fish. Well, all honesty, when I pick fish, it takes forever. I'm surprised my girlfriend hasn't shot me because actually I can sit for hours looking at fish. I want to say, I think it was Dexter right here. Is that right, Dexter? This is our rock star. He loves the camera. I actually spent 40 minutes watching him swim, and he's a panda telescope. If you can't tell, the white and the black. He's actually turning red. Don't let my girlfriend hear that because once again she's been crying because he's turning red. But I spent 20-30 minutes watching him swim. These two, this one right here, this Ranchu, and this one, I can't remember their names right now, but she named them. We actually spent an hour watching them, and she's actually been learning how to do it. About 30 minutes with Callie, 10 minutes with Abby, but Abby was a rare case. She was built for destruction. Really watch your fish. When you want to buy a fish and you see one you really like, watch it. Continue to watch it. Watch how he moves. Like these guys, really healthy, really happy. Abby will follow anything that falls in the tank. And if she hears the top open, you'll see her right now. She actually comes to the top because she thinks it's feeding time. Really friendly fish. They don't give two things about anyone. But make a good observation of them. Really look at them. See how they work and see how they do with other fish. If they're floating at the top a lot or really hanging out the bottom by themselves, I wouldn't personally pick them up. If you know what you're doing and you see one with like a swim bladder, Dexter actually had swim bladder when we first got him. Where'd you go? He actually had really bad swim bladder. He would be nothing but cruising right here at the top all day. And fed him peas, fed him everything else. And now he's one of the bulls in the tank. So, anyways, really watch your fish. Watch how they communicate with each other. When we actually got the tank, this one's shark bait. Then there was Doug. And then Abby. And no, that's it. Those three actually were the original fish that came in this tank. We actually used them as a cycle. Don't ever recommend doing it, but if you want to quick start your tank, that's how we did it. And then the second time around was Callie, right here. She's pretty. And then it was Dexter. Right, oh, where'd you go? There he is. And then the two Ranchus, this guy right here and this little guy. So, yeah, so really watch your fish. That'd be the first tip I give you. Watch fish, see how they react, see how they interact, see how they're doing. If they're really, like these guys, they're really hyper in the tank. They love each other. They all get along. They swim happily. I don't go through corporate stores. We actually go through a private mom and pop store. There's not much, but every one of these fish in here came from that place, and they're beautiful. There was nothing wrong with them. None of them were sick. They're always healthy. They're always happy. Second tip is for when you get a new fish that I've learned, and it actually helps, is ask questions. Ask them about the fish, and any of the pet stores I go through, they know I do it, and they laugh at me every time. You want to ask, one of the questions you want to ask is, what's the temperature? When we bought these guys, actually, my Blue Aronda, if any of you guys follow my Instagram, you know the Blue Aronda I have. She actually came from a corporate-owned store, and I had a lot of issues with that. I've actually lost a lot of fish from this corporate store, but anyways, I asked them, I said, what do you keep your temperature at in your tank? And they said 74 degrees, and I said, that's what it is right now. So she took a thermometer, dumped it in, 74 degrees. Okay, well, I went home, got my hospital tank, it's already cycled, turned the temperature up to 74 degrees, put a heater in, because my tanks actually say it's 64 degrees. So what I did is, I set that tank up, set her in this water for about a month at 74 degrees to start. So each week when I did a water change, I would slowly turn the dial down 2 degrees. So as about a month or so, a month and a half, if your fish can go for about a month and you never see any problems with ick or disease or any kind of issues, really they're going to be okay. You'll know within a month. But the reason why I say check the temperatures and see what your tank is compared to a pet store tank is goldfish can't stand a drastic change in temperature. 2 degrees, 4 degrees, that's okay. 6 degrees, you're kind of starting to push it, but 8 degrees on, that's a big shock for a fish to try to take in a matter of only 20 minutes when you acclimate. So, like I said, if you can and you have a little hospital tank and you can get away with, and I'm saying 10 gallon to 25 gallon tank, if you can get away with it, put them in there. Let them monitor them for a month, see how they eat, see how they do things, and if everything clears, hey, put them in with your community. You'll know right then and there. I know it's a long time. I'm an impatient person, but that's really what I do, and I love it. Is releasing new fish into my tanks, but like I said, we won't get fish anywhere else. This whole setup in here actually all came from the same store. Another question is everyone asks us is, what are these right here? These are actually black plumbing PVC pipes that we got from a home improvement store. Now people laugh if you actually see my videos on Instagram that I make, or my little pictures. I have like these ugly red and purple tubes in my tank. They're actually ferret tubes. So now you probably wonder why these are in here. Okay, these guys actually sleep in them, and they hide in them. I suggest if you buy any new fish that are very stressed out and very scared, put tubes in. Put something in that they can hide behind. They really love it, and it brings their stress levels down so much when they can hide. They're ugly, don't get me wrong. My girlfriend didn't want to do them at all. But I mean, even something like this, put plants around it, put whatever. But excuse me, they love them. They'll actually hide in here. There's once in a while you'll come in and you'll see them hiding right here, eating food. One of them actually used to stash food in it, believe it or not. But they'll hide in them. They really like to hide, and it brings their levels down significantly. It'll bring the stress down. So that'd be another tip. If it's not, the first tip would be always ask about temperatures in the tanks before checking between yours and theirs and how much of a difference there is. The second, if you can, buy shelters for them, like some kind of tubing. They love it. They'll hide in it, whatever. Another question I get a lot, because I like plants, and I started getting her in the live plants. Live plants give off oxygen in the tank. Live plants also eat up the ammonia, eat up the nitrites and nitrates, and keep my levels really down. I actually went, once again, I don't suggest this, but it was just, I lost track of time. I actually let my tank go for almost 3 months without changing the filter. I did water changes, but I did not change the filters. In which, on this one, we run the Penguin 350, the Marineland, and so what happened was, I ended up taking it in. I was waiting for the temperatures to be through the roof, or the numbers to be through the roof on the ammonia or something, and they were crystal clear. Plants are great. The pro to them, They'll always keep oxygen in the tank. You won't need bubblers or nothing like that, but this is just for show. The con to it, these little turds right here will eat them. My suggestion, don't buy expensive plants. Expensive plants will be eaten. They like to eat plants. One of my little turds, or my blue Aranda has actually been teaching my ones in my 30 how to eat my plants. My suggestion is these right here. These. Anubis. The way I was explained to it, they're sour. They taste really bad. They will not touch them. As you can see, they were bulldozing on this one, covering up with sand. There was probably food in them, but it did not. They will not eat the leaves on it. They actually will leave it alone. If you do buy plants, even buy Anacris. Anacris, they're nasty, messy plants, but they'll actually keep them from eating your plants. Excuse me. Goldfish are kind of like cows to me. They just constantly like to eat and munch on things. So I would suggest that if you can, oh, there's Dexter. Buy something for them to munch on. I mean, they'll just eat on that all day and they'll stay away from your other plants. But yeah, Anubis will never, or Anacris, I'm sorry. They'll never touch it. They'll really leave it alone. It'll grow really good in the tank and it'll do really good. She actually's been doing ferns and she really likes the ferns. Like this one's actually giving babies off of it pretty soon and replant those. But yeah, that's really it. I hope this helps out a few of you guys, and if you have any questions, just ask, and I will try to post more videos. I'm actually going to try to do some more with, a lot of people ask, what do you do with sand or gravel, or how do you salt the tank, how do you take care of them? So I'm actually going to bring a 10-gallon over the next time I make a video and show you guys how to salt the tank and everything else, and really kind of give more advice. But I hope you guys like this. I hope it helped out a little bit, and if it doesn't, just let me know. Look on my Instagram if you want to see more videos and pictures, and I'll try to answer everybody back as soon as they can, and I will actually make another video as soon as you guys want one and go over anything else you guys want me to go over. So thank you for watching, and check out Goldfish Union. Big help to Mr. Brown's Goldies and everyone in it. Chuck Wood, Lily, HXC, I want to say it's Nikolai 318. I mean, check us all out. I mean, there's a bunch of us on there, and I can't think of all the names right now. Alexandra Megan, they're all on my Instagram, and I would check them out. They all have amazing fish, and you know, if it wasn't for finding Mr. Brown's Goldies webpage and checking out what he wanted to do, I mean, you know, it's really cool that we all get together. But if you're a goldfish lover and you have an Instagram, check out Goldfish Union, and you'll see some pretty amazing fish and get some really good tips. So anyways, just let me know how this goes. Thanks.